Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, today we're going to be looking at Dark Fae 120. I get asked a lot, how do you beat Dark Fae? This will be relevant to you even if you're not on 120 because the concept is the same as you work your way up through Dark Fae fights. I get asked this a lot on stream, probably more than Bommel, which surprised me actually. How do you go about beating up Dark Fae? And the kind of premise I would give it is, it's almost like you're trying to build an arena team. So you're trying to build a team that can take down the equivalent of you. Yeah, which is almost like trying to win in an arena fight. So you're trying to make sure that you push your turn meter forward ahead of your enemy. Even though your enemy is you and you've got the same speed, you will always go first. So you want to bring someone in to control you, either by pushing back your own turn meter or by pushing back or by, throwing out an AoE provoke or a stun or what have you. You then want to nuke yourself into the ground. And then once that's done, that phase, you basically want to turn meter the hell out of Dark Fae. So you've got two phases: kill yourself, basically in an arena format, and then turn meter control the hell out of Dark Fae as best you can. I built this auto team for Dark Fae 120 last night, and I wasn't like, I need to get to a specific speed, I need to do this, I need to do this. I was just using that kind of, theory in my head. So I've built out a team using Queen of Speed Lissandra as my speed lead. So she is doing a kind of couple of jobs here. Where is she? Where is she? She's doing a couple of jobs for me here. She is going quick. Yeah, so she's pushing my team's turn meter on. But she also is my way of pushing back the enemy clones' turn meter so that the rest of my team start to cut in and get a go. So she goes first. I've got a couple of other crazies doing the same type of thing. Deacon pushing back the enemy turn meter while pushing mine on. He's also given me a decreased defense. I've got the Stag Knight. You're probably like, why two decreased defenses? He's not really in there for that, albeit it does help. He's actually in there for the A1 decreased speed ability. Decreasing the speed of Dark Fae means she's less likely to get turns, and when she's not getting turns, you're winning the fight. I wanted an auto team, so I wanted for this to be something that I could just kind of casually turn on and auto run. You'll see his stats here. Reasonably quick, but nothing crazy. Plenty of accuracy to get the job done. You do need a good 320 odd accuracy to do Dark Fae 120 consistently. Don't know if I showed the Deep build, but again, fast, good accuracy. Nothing else really. And then Allure came in. This is my Fire Knight 25 Allure build. So she is quick, 293. She's the best turn meter control champion in the game. Again, good accuracy. I had to boost her accuracy from where I was. I was at like 260. She kept getting resists against Dark Fae 120, so I had to pump it up higher. And then for my clear, I've actually got, and you don't need this, I just need to use him somewhere because he's my +4 champion. But I've got my Cupidus. So Cupidus I just set to A1 nuke, the equivalent of my team. Okay? One of the a few things that you need to take into account here, when you're looking at these builds, I do not have defensive builds at all. In fact, all of my builds are weak, and I changed them to specifically make sure that I was easy to kill. And this is what people make the mistake of. You don't want to be coming in with high defense numbers and high HP numbers because it's hard to kill yourself. Yeah, so everybody, I kind of switched out of normal type of gear. My Stag Knight would normally be quite a tanky build. I switched him into some crit rate gloves and attack % chest. I didn't want him to be tanking up the hits. Similar sort of thing with my Deke. I don't normally build him for damage, but I didn't want to tank hits, so I went crit rate, attack % as well. And that's actually something which is really important. So we then get into the fight. And again, I say I wanted an auto team because I want to farm lethal gear. And I've been, I don't know, I've just not been doing it enough. And I need more. So when I've done my team setup here, I'm basically saying for Lissandra, use your abilities as you want for wave 2, but don't use the 2 turn meter ones in round 2. And in round 3, I want you to start pushing back my team's turn meter first. And then once we've cleared my team out, I want you to exhaust the boss. Same sort of thing with Deke. But Deke, I just say don't use any of your main stuff round 1 and 2. I just want you to save it. Because the waves are actually not that hard to kill. The waves are pretty squishy. Cupidus, we're saying just A1, A1. Open with an A1 to clear my team out, and then you can use your other abilities after that. Allure, we're saying use what you want round 1 and 2. But then when we get to round 3, I want you to open with your AoE hit to potentially sleep people if I've got some stragglers out there. But after that, I just want you to A1 for the rest of the fight. And then Stagnite, basically, you can use your A2 here. Use what you want, really. It's pretty. I originally said it only use your A1 against Dark Fae, but actually his A2 does a little bit of damage for me, and it helped me clear the wave of myself pretty damn effectively. So I'll let you see this through. You can kind of get a vibe of what I'm going for. There's plenty of like alternatives. Like if you're trying to do the turn meter control part of killing your wave, you know, Lissandra's a good champion for it because she's obviously pushing your turn meter on as well as pushing back the enemy's turn meter. But you've also got champions like Sylar do it really well. Deke actually does it really well, who I've got in this team as well. You can use somebody like an AoE provoke champion. You can actually use someone like Herndid, who can do the drop defense and a big old nuke and some turn meter control. I don't have him, but he would be good in this team as well. You see, we're just setting up our damage. Everyone's going. I'm going to get my nuke away now. Everyone's cleared out. And then we start turn meter controlling. And once we're turn meter controlling, we put the decreased speed on. Decreased speed is massive. You don't even like underestimate it. Do not underestimate how important decreased speed is against this 120 fight. Even with the decreased speed on, she's getting a turn, which is risky, but so far so good. I haven't had it like not be a full auto run. If she gets a turn now and then, it's not the end of the world. But I guess if I wanted to like hard tune it even better, then I would probably take out. I'd probably take out Deke and have like maybe like another Allure, someone else who's just straight up doing turn meter control. As I say, I didn't kind of come together with this is the best team I think I could possibly run. I was just looking at the champions that I wasn't using that much, or champions that were already built, and I was thinking, how can I get a team to work full auto? And that was the kind of the look I was going for. If you're thinking about who could clear out my wave of me, well, anyone that can do an arena nuke really can do it. So, you know, Trunders can do it. Leos can do it. Anyone like that. But you kind of want to try and bring champions that do something else as well. The only reason I'm using Cupidus is I'm not really using him for anything else. And it felt like a massive waste for my +4 Cupidus to not get a look in. You can also bring in, like, instead of this perhaps Deke spot, you could bring in someone like an ally attack champion. So if you've got an ally attack champion that's forcing another Allure A1, forcing your AoE nuke, then that's quite a good tactic to use as well. But I basically used the same tactic on my free-to-play early game Dark Fae, but obviously it's nowhere near as fine-tuned. The idea is still the same. I'm trying to keep turn meter down with champions like Armiga. I'm trying to make sure that I kill my clones before they have a chance to get going. And basically, you're just kind of like farming the fight after that. Ideally, you want to have War Master on pretty much anyone who's laying damage in. I think my Lord's got a Giant Slayer, so she's doing a chunk of damage through that. But don't neglect how much accuracy you need for an extra War Master. Like if you are getting resists on your Allure, then you need to go for the accuracy tree and make sure that she lands her A1, not just try and push a bit more damage because you'll die. You see here, even with the leech on and we're healing up a reasonable amount, we're still, you know, if we're taking hits, we are running a bit low. But generally, it's about a 3.5 minute fight for me on this team. I think I could probably get it quicker if I wanted to absolutely fine tune it. Don't really care about that. I just wanted it to be 100% auto team. And you can see my Cupidus basically just does work through smacking. But yeah, this is the kind of premise of it. Think to yourself, I need an arena phase 1 where I control the fight and I don't let my clones do anything. And then I need a full turn meter lockout phase 2. And once you kind of get on that road, you should be able to go ahead and farm Dark Fae using the champions that you've got available to do that job. There you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades. That's Dark Fae 120. I will see you later.